Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here of KW Bonsai. Today I got a really nice gift in the mail. Nico from South Africa sent me some acacia seeds. So we're going to be planting those and hopefully we'll get a nice acacia tree bonsai someday. It'll be a great start. So thanks Nico from South Africa. Okay, let's open up our seed package, which came from halfway around the world. Have a look at our seeds. Oh, here they are. Wow. Pretty cool. Well, let's open them up. So acacia seeds, I've been reading up on how to plant them. So the first thing you need to do with the seeds is you need to scratch the seed coating. They will germinate without scratching the seed coating, but it takes a lot longer and your success rate may not be as high. So scratching the seed coating is similar to if an animal ate the seed, digested it, and pooped it out. You would get some natural breakdown of the seed coating. So what we'll do is we'll use scarification, which is a method of scratching the seed coating. There's several techniques you can use. You can use sandpaper, you can use a file, or you can use nail clippers. And what you want to do is find the seed's belly button. So this is where the seeds attach to the parent plant. Now I'll zoom in and show you this. So here's a typical seed, and you can see the one end of it has a pointy end and the other end's rounded. And the pointy end is the belly button. That's where it's attached to the flower or the fruit or the tree. That's where your root is going to grow out of the seed. So it's a good place to scratch the seed to let moisture get in. So let's get this seed. The first method we'll use is with the nail clippers, where we'll just take the end off the seed. Like that. So instead of that point, we've got it cut off, and that'll let moisture into the seed. So we'll place that in our pot of water. And it sank, that's a good thing. The second method we can use, let's get another seed here. And there's our seed belly button. Now on some seeds it's just a little white mark or an indentation. You have to look for it. The second method, we're going to use a file. If I can hold it tight enough. Let's try this. There we go. We'll use a file and we'll just scratch away at the seed coating. There we go, so we see some white there. That's good, and we'll put that in the water. The third method we can use is to use sandpaper. So we'll grab the seed, and again we'll just sand away at the belly button. Might be easier to hold it in my hand. There it is. There we go, and we're just sanding away at the belly button and getting it, breaking the seed coating up. Here's the seeds in the warm water. You can see they've sunk to the bottom, which is good. If you have any seeds that float, you should discard them or throw them out. Only the seeds that sink are viable seeds, so yeah, discard those that float. So I'm going to work away at all the other seeds. And we'll use, all three methods on them. I'm not going to separate them because all three methods work equally as well. Using the nail clippers is actually pretty easy. Good way of doing it, I think. I'm not sure what kind of acacia seeds these are. There's 1,000 different species of acacia trees, but I'm sure it'll make a nice bonsai, these. I think with the file and the sandpaper, it's okay to just do it anywhere on the seed, as long as you break that seed coating and get moisture in there. Oops. I'll sand some of them. There is another method of getting your seeds started, and that's to place the seeds in almost boiling water. And what that does is it wrinkles up the seed coating. And as soon as your seeds, the coating's wrinkled up, you can remove them from the boiling water. We're getting there. We're about halfway through. We have some background music. My daughter is practicing piano. From all those seeds, we only got 2 seeds that floated. They were kind of, if I can get them out, kind of dried up looking seeds. Really skinny. No substance to them. But the rest all did really well. So they're soaking. I'm going to place the tub of water with the seeds on top of the heater in the plant room here, where it'll keep this water at a nice warm temperature. It won't get too hot, it won't get too cold. It's just really nice temperature for them. So we'll soak them overnight and we'll plant them tomorrow. And then we'll see how we do. It's going to be fun growing these little trees. Looking forward to it. We're back, day 2 of our acacia tree planting. The acacia seeds have swollen in the water overnight, and some are actually starting to show some green from where I clipped off the end of the seed. So we'll go in and have a look at that. Here's the seeds. You can see they're swollen. There's a bit of green showing on the end. But they've all swelled up. They're nice and round and plump now. Which means they've filled up with water. They're ready to grow, I hope. Okay, so let's get planting. I've prepared 3 containers for planting. They just have standard bonsai soil in them. Very loose and porous. So what we're going to do is I'm going to water them first. Then we're going to place the seeds on top. And then I'm going to put a thin layer of sand on top of the seeds just to cover them up a bit and hold some moisture in near the seed. So then when the root starts growing, it'll grow down into the bonsai soil. You should really like it. So that's the plan. Let's start with watering first. So I'm just going to make sure all the bonsai soil is well watered. Sounds like Rice Krispies. They're all sucking the water up the substrate. There, it's starting to flow out the drainage holes now. Go on to our next pot. Now that the soil is nicely wet, we'll start planting our seeds. And we're going to put the cut end down, if we can. Just like that. Once they grow more, they can be transplanted to bigger pots by themselves, but for now, this is good. Yeah, so I'm planting them with their belly buttons down. If you use this coarse of soil for the seeds, it would dry out too quickly, especially if it was outside. So I usually, when I'm planting seeds, I always use a coarse soil underneath and a finer soil on top. That way the moisture is held in around the seed while it germinates and starts to grow. And then as the roots start picking up the pace, they reach down into the bonsai soil and get a good level of moisture down there. Not too moist, not too dry. Okay, so we got one pot planted. Let's keep going. So we'll come back after I've got all the seeds planted and we'll start putting our sand on. I finished planting the seeds on the soil. Fairly high density planting. Nico sent me a lot of seeds, so I planted them all. We'll see how it goes. So the next thing we want to do is put our sand on top of the soil, or the substrate, and then give it another watering. So we'll do that next. We're just going to lightly cover the seeds. We'll probably see quite a few of the seeds still sticking there, sticking out of the sand a bit, but it'll just hold a bit of moisture around the seeds while they germinate. And after we're done this, we're just going to keep everything warm. It's pretty warm in the plant room here. It's warm and humid, so I'm hoping we get some sunshine. That'll warm these seeds up really nicely and they'll start growing. And if they all grow, I am going to have a lot of little acacia trees, which is good. I can give some out to some of the other club members. Start an acacia seed or acacia tree nursery. I don't know. All right, we'll give it some more water. See how it looks. I think that's pretty good. So that's all we can do with our seeds for today. We've got them planted. We just want to keep them warm. If we get sunshine, it would be great. It would kind of warm the surface of the soil up and help the seeds germinate. If not, we'll just have to see how they do. And yeah, we'll check back and see what happens. Hi everyone, it's the second day after planting. And we've got our first sign of activity, which is this seed right here. It was half buried in the sand and it's got a root coming out. And it's, yeah, that's the first sign of life. So I'm just keeping the pots warm by the plant heater and hoping more stuff sprouts. I'm kind of worried. I'm always worried, you know. I'm rethinking everything. Maybe they're too wet. Maybe they're too cold. I don't know. So we'll see in the next few days. It says germination time for acacia seeds is 5 to 15 days. So we're on day 2. So I think I shouldn't be as worried as I am, but I always worry. So we'll check in, see what's happening in the next few days. Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of sprouting our acacia tree seeds. Here's one that has sprouted, and you can see the seed shell has come off, and you can see the start of the very early leaves that'll get some sunlight if it ever gets sunny in here. Here's another seed that's raising above the soil level. Yeah, the seed pot's just loose on there. In our round pot, we've got a root growing out of one of our seeds here. Over here, we've got a seed lifting off the surface of the soil. It's got a root underneath it. In our third pot, we have a seed here with a root coming out of it here. So we're seeing some signs of life. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably at least 7 trees that are sprouting so far. We'll keep our fingers crossed and hopefully we'll get some more. Here we are on day 4 of our acacia seeds sprouting. So today on day 4 I've got 8 of the seeds sprouted. Hopefully more will sprout. As I said, the germination time is 5 to 15 days, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. There is a bit of an odor from some of the seeds, which worries me a bit. It smells like soup, like lentil soup or something. And I'm hoping that I didn't keep the seeds too wet with the wet sand around it, and that maybe some of them are rotting away. I don't know. Time will tell. Hi everyone, welcome to day 5 of the acacia seeds. We've got at least 10 sprouting now, maybe 11. And I'll zoom in for a close-up. So here's our most developed seed. Its baby leaves are opening up, and the true leaves will be inside, and they should be coming out in the next couple of days, I think. So that's all for day 5. We'll catch you later on day 6. Hello everyone, welcome to day 6. We have our true leaves just starting to come out here. So I think, I think these leaves are going to fold out in the next few days, and we'll see the true acacia leaves forming. We'll skip a few days and we'll come back to when the leaves are fully out. Hello everyone, and welcome to day 9 of sprouting our acacia seeds. This will be the final day of filming, where our mature leaves are just starting to come out. These seeds have taken a long journey. They've come from a different continent, flown airmail, probably 20,000 feet in the sky. They've come to Canada amidst the land of snow. And so we've got about I think there's 14 seeds sprouting now. So that's good. I'm glad. I wouldn't say my numbers are real high, because we probably started with about 100 seeds, and I'm 14% maybe of sprouting, but I have enough trees that I'm happy. I can with a few trees we can try different techniques on them, and one tree versus the other, and see what works. So yeah, they've taken a long journey, but they have a long journey ahead of them too. Anything could happen to these seedlings. I've got to take care of them for the next 20 years or so, and I hope you'll join me on my journey from a seedling to a bonsai tree in the next 20 years or so. So thanks to Nico for sending me the seeds. Growing bonsai from seeds is very exciting. I hope you can tell I'm excited. I have as much fun growing trees from seedlings as I do collecting a nice tree in the wild. I like all aspects of bonsai, but growing trees from seedlings is it's kind of special. So that's it for today. Nigel Saunders of KW Bonsai. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.